Hi folks, Dave Waring here again with FitSmallBusiness.com and today's lesson of the day. In today's video we're going to continue our series on how to hire and manage with a look at the basics of payroll and how to pay your employees. So let's get started. One of the advantages of working with independent contractors is that you simply write a check and it's the contractor's responsibility to pay taxes. If you decide to hire employees, however, then you are required by the federal government, most state governments, and some local governments to withhold taxes from their paycheck and remit those funds to the appropriate tax authorities. In many instances, companies will also withhold or deduct money for things such as insurance premiums and IRA contributions. There are three options for doing payroll: do it yourself, hire a part-time accountant, or use a payroll software solution. For most small businesses, we think payroll software offers the best combination of efficiency and costs. Intuit's full-service payroll solution, which is popular among many small businesses, costs $79 a month plus $2 for each employee paid using the system. After initially setting up your payroll software, the process of paying your employees should take less than an hour per week. Your payroll software should let you do the following: calculate employee gross pay, calculate employee take-home pay after income taxes, FICA, and deductions for things like health insurance, retirement, and child support. Pay employees by printing out checks or making a direct deposit. Fill out and submit required paperwork for federal, state, and local income taxes. Send electronic payments to the tax authorities. Regardless of whether you use payroll software or some other method for handling your payroll, in many instances you will need a way to keep track of the hours that your employees work in order to calculate gross pay. How should you keep track of employee hours? If you have a few employees with little variation in hours from week to week, you might use a Google or Excel spreadsheet for tracking hours. I've included a link to a free Excel timesheet template in the resources link below this video. If you have lots of employees and/or the hours they work vary, there are a number of free and paid software solutions available. TimeClockFree.com offers the ability for employees to check in and out of work from assigned computers, which might be very useful if you are dealing with lots of new employees that might not always be punctual about showing up at their assigned hours. For a top-of-the-line solution with tremendous functionality and customer support, consider Replicon.com. Dealing with overtime. Depending on how many hours an employee works per week or per day, you may owe them overtime pay. For companies covered by federal labor laws, which are companies with over $500K in sales and/or that are involved in interstate commerce, you will need to pay most employees 1.5 times their hourly rate for every hour per week over 40. For example, a worker that gets paid $20 per hour would receive $30 per hour for each additional hour exceeding 40. In California, there is a daily limit of 8 hours per day before overtime pay kicks in, even if the employee doesn't work 40 hours per week. I've included a link in the resources link below this video to a list of overtime laws for all 50 states. Many salaried employees are also owed overtime if they work more than 40 hours per week. Employees with managerial duties or that have a fair degree of decision-making power tend to be exempt from overtime pay requirements. I've included a link in the resources link below this video where you can learn more about the difference between exempt and non-exempt employees. Dealing with vacation and sick days. Employers have a great deal of discretion in providing paid vacation time and paid sick days for their employees. However, you should have a company-wide policy and a system for recording the accrual and use of both vacation and sick days. Intuit's payroll solution definitely offers the ability to record the accrual and use of both vacation and sick days, and we assume some other payroll software does as well. I've included a link in the resources link with more advice on creating a vacation and sick leave policy. Voluntary deductions. In some cases, employers may need to also provide employees the ability to have certain things deducted from their paycheck. These include things like contributions to an IRA or 401k plan, health insurance premiums, and job-related expenses. These deductions can be made on a pre- or post-tax basis depending on what the deduction is for and can easily be handled by most payroll software. Reporting requirements and payments. Once you have calculated your payroll, you will need to complete the necessary reporting requirements and submit payment in the required time frame. Here's a list of the paperwork involved. Although unemployment insurance payments are not included in payroll, because they are based on payroll, you will use your payroll calculations to pay unemployment insurance as well. I've included an article in the resources link with more on the timing requirements and how to know when you're required to submit payments. The benefits of a full-service payroll solution. Payroll software solutions can help you figure out the amounts you need to pay. However, they don't always automatically complete or send the necessary forms or make payments to the tax authorities on your behalf. This is another reason why we recommend working with Intuit or a similar full-service payroll solution which handles these things for you. As an example, Intuit's full-service solution offers the following services. You can learn more about this service in the resources link below this video. What questions or comments do you have about handling payroll that were not answered in this video? Let us know in the comments section below. For more great advice on how to start and run a successful small business, also be sure to visit us at fitsmallbusiness.com today. Thanks for watching.